Living Springs mission is it's a 21-bed voluntary inpatient unit for military members who have health issues, for psychiatric issues, behavioral issues.
Living Springs is a renewal and resiliency center. I like to think of it as a way to renew, refresh oneself. When people come in, they're often fractured in one way or another.
Our mission is really to restore their life and give them a foundation of recovery.
It's not only for military members themselves, active duty military, it's for veterans, their spouses, dependents, and their mission is really to get them better.
Living Springs is very special and effective because we meet the patient's individual needs. We talk to them, we have ongoing communication with them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Principal diagnosis, I would say, is probably depression, which is pretty common civilian or military personnel, and PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's why I wanted to work on the unit. I'm familiar with it, having been there. Some of the guys and girls that we get on the unit, they like the idea that I've had some background in it, so it makes them feel a little more comfortable.
The typical soldier that comes into our unit has a disconnect because they can't talk about what has happened. And this is a safe haven, so they feel safe. Not initially, but to get them to feel safe and work on some of the thoughts that they have and what's going on with them.
This is women and men, and a lot of them have families. It's not just where you can hope they get over it. You know, this affects them, their wives, in a lot of cases they have several children. And if they're suffering, so is their family.
It's a specialized issue. It's not something that the general public deals with. The general public doesn't deal with deployments and being shot at overseas, or the long times away from their family. So there's a lot to deal with.
They need to know that there is life after the things that they have experienced, and that it's not just about getting through life, but they will truly be able to live their life and live it to the fullest.
They usually warm up to the staff. Within a very short time, they can find out what it is that's causing them to feel the way they do.
And as they start to feel more comfortable with you in different groups that we do, they'll start to open up and they become more social with their peers and they find common bonds.
We'll give them whatever we can to make them feel like they can go out and face the world again.
I remember a couple when I had the first day in therapy. One looked this way and the other looked that way. Neither talked to the other. And when they were done, they were actually having conversations. That's a success, because if he can be successful in that area of his life, all the other areas will start to come into play.
And it's not an overnight process. You don't see a light bulb just go on. Nobody just pushes a switch. By the time they leave, they look alive again. And is the work done? No. And we're honest with them and tell them, you got a long road ahead of you. But now they have the tools to do it.
The veterans that are out there that are not taking advantage of it and don't know that it's out here, there is help for someone.
There's many, many soldiers that come in that end up communicating so much better with their spouse or with their loved one or with their mom and dad. They're talking on the phone with mom and dad, and mom and dad are so excited because they're starting to feel like, wow, we got our son back, or wow, our daughter really is going to be okay.